Hello, today I will be showing you how to make a calculator in Visual Studio 2022 and show you how to make it actually run and function. What I'm doing here is just customizing my calculator into the design I want it to look like. Just now I just chose the color papaya whip, but you can use any color or customize your calculator in however you like. Now you want to go on Toolbox and type in text box and insert that in your calculator. Click on the tiny arrow above and press multi-line so you can enlarge it. Now you want to go on Toolbox again and search for button. Insert that in your calculator. Adjust the button to your liking and make another copy of it. Just customizing my calculator again, more specifically the buttons, and putting a design on them. Now I will go on the font size and customize it however I want it to look, however I want my button to look like. Here I chose bold, and then and then a font size number of 10, but I'll change it to 12 later. You want to change your button number so you can better navigate your coding and understand it more. So go to design and then change your button number from button 1 to BTN 1. And then the same goes for button 2, button 3, so on and so forth. Now I'm just adding more buttons and changing their names and their text. On buttons 1 from 0, it's time to add the buttons for the operations, which include the addition, multiplication, subtraction, and division signs. Change your addition sign's button name into BTN capital P plus. Then for your subtraction sign, change its button name into BTN capital M minus. For your multiplication sign, change it into BTN capital M multi or multiply. And then lastly, for your division sign, change its button name into BTN capital D div. After you've done all your operation signs, it's time to add a clear button, and you go to design and name the button BTN capital C clear. Then you just go ahead and type in the text, the word clear. After making the clear button, it's time to make the equal sign button. Go ahead and change the text into the equal sign. And then you go to design and change the button name into BTN capital E equal. I skipped the beginning of the coding process, but basically you just double click number. In the beginning, you double click button 1 and add this text. You do the same for every number, just double click it and add the corresponding number to it. Add this text to before your button 1 coding. What it does is make your operations work so your calculator will act like an actual calculator. Now it's time to make the coding for the operation signs. So double click your addition sign and paste this text or put this text and then change it, and then just change the operation signs into the corresponding signs. For example, you'll put the multiplication sign on button multiply and division sign on the button division. Now I'm just pointing out how to do the coding for the equal sign. So double click it and you paste this text. And then to finish up, we'll go on the clear button, double click on that, and then paste this text. Now that we're done, there should be no errors here. So we're just gonna have to go ahead and go and debug and start debugging. So what's it's gonna do, we're just gonna check, we're gonna see if our calculator works. I'm pressing on 4 plus 4, it should be equal to 8. Press on the clear button. 9 minus 6 is equal to 3. 7 times 2 equal to 14. 10 divided by 2 should equal. So as you can see, I talked earlier about changing the button names into btn1, btn equal, and that just shows that it's gonna show up like that here in the coding system. So you will better know which numbers are which. I forgot to mention this in the beginning, but for text box, you're supposed to change its design name into txt total. What this does is make your coding work and make it have no errors. We've reached the end of our video. Thank you so much for watching.